Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Looking for Love. I'm your host, Trey Kearney. This is my co host.
Lamar Hall.
We're here every Wednesday night, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the New You Nation Network YouTube channel. And we talk about all things relationships and Generation X. We are here to try to bridge the gap between Generation X men and Generation X women so we can have healthy relationships, so we can maintain, sustain, and remain in healthy relationships. And Generation X seem to be having the biggest problem with staying together, with dating each other. And me and Lamar just have some random conversations and we answer some questions from our viewers. And I have one question that I saw on somebody else's page that I want to get Lamar's reaction and response to. So let's do that one first. But how was your week? How was your week? How was your week? I didn't see you last week. I missed you.
I know. I've been traveling. I've been busy, so it's work. So I'm actually working. So yes, I am very, very, very busy right now. So, but good busy. So, how's your week?
It was good. I can't complain. Doing a lot of things, working on my YouTube channel, working on the network, actually, the New You Nation Network. It's on YouTube and it's picking up. So I got to get back end stuff, which I don't like doing. I just like to talk. But somebody, somebody got to do the business.
The boss has to know how to do everything. Then
I know.
Then you can start. Once you get it going, then you can start delegating it.
Yes, I'm just like, I'm tired. That's what I'm working on. So I read this whole YouTube book. I'm in this YouTube program, VRA, Video Ranking Academy, with this guy, Sean Kennel, who's a YouTube expert. And I'm just learning so much stuff that I just didn't know. And we are on, so we're going to be on the app, on Roku, Apple TV. Okay. I'll explain. I meant to tell you before we came on, but I'll explain to you later. So we actually on there now. So if you go to Roku TV and look up Watchmen Productions, you can actually watch on Roku, Apple, all those channels, all the streaming platforms. So we'll talk about that later. But anyway, that just stuff just happening. Happening. So let's get to this question that I saw, and I found it quite interesting because I've been talking a lot about sexless marriages, and we could talk about some of that too. Yep. You know, you like that kind of stuff because you're a troublemaker. So,
hey, I came from one.
Yes. So I saw this on my glasses are filthy. Hold on. 1 second. Can't even see. Okay. So I saw this on somebody else's page and I found it quite interesting. Today I gave up on sex with my wife. This is my version of a story told many times before. I'm a 27-year-old male and I'm going to stop initiating sex with my wife, 25-year-old female, because she never initiates. When we do have sex, it's only because I ask, and there is nothing sexy about it. All my sweet talk, subtle gestures, etc. get me nowhere. I absolutely understand that sex is not the be-all, end-all. We are extremely compatible, and she's my best friend. I have heard the phrase, my partner feels more like a roommate, and that has helped me understand what I'm feeling. She has expressed before that sex doesn't hold the same value in a relationship that I believe it does, which hurt to hear, but I have to respect her opinion. Before you comment, talk to her. I can assure you I have. We have had this discussion about every 6 months where I admit that I am sexually frustrated and want to talk about this in a completely neutral environment. Normally the conversation leads to her crying and I apologize, or she says she will be more open to initiating, which never happens. I'm ashamed to bring this to Reddit. I guess that's the platform. Mm-hmm. But I need a third-party opinion. I love her so much, and I'm hurting.
Did he say they were married?
Yes.
Okay.
They're 27 and 25.
Yeah, she's like that at 25, man. Holy cow, he is. And it doesn't sound, maybe, I don't know if they have children, but if she has children too, I mean, this is going down bad. I don't like this scream divorce, but I mean, if your 25-year-old wife doesn't want to have sex, your 45-year-old wife is not going to sniff sex. You can punt on first down, buddy. So it's.
Yeah. Yeah. So I've been talking a lot. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I said people got to start asking these questions in the beginning and stop just falling for these pretty faces and what this person can do for you, because compatibility is going to get you. I mean, I'm
Sexual
telling you. Yes, yeah, that too. It's like even more. It's like ask the tough questions. What's your expectations of sex a week? What do you like this? What like and for y'all start committing and getting married to people, y'all better start asking. And I'm again, I didn't know, and that's why again I'm gonna say it again. You shouldn't get married to like 32, men 37. Like
Right.
you don't know what you want. It's like
Sometimes sometimes somebody is supposed to be your friend because he said they really compatible. That's his best friend. Sometimes that person needs to be your friend and not your wife. Like just because y'all compatible, y'all friends, doesn't mean it should have led to a marriage. You stepped into something that probably shouldn't have never happened. And I know you want to be honorable and everything. And I've been talking a lot about Generation X and menopause. Like I've been talking a lot about women our age are going through menopause, right? Women from the age of 40 and up, and some women go through early menopause. And I've just been talking about how women are checking out of marriages, and that's one of the reasons, Lamar, that men are dating younger, because it's not only because women are checking out sexually that they're not having sex with their partners anymore. We're also mean and we're also nasty and we're also rigid and we don't want to have fun. And it's a hormonal problem, but it could be corrected. And a lot of women have to be willing to go and correct the problem, and they're not. So for this young man, I'm telling you, at 25, if she's not willing, like at 45, when the hormones is going crazy and everything,
yeah.
it's really going to get bad. And I would also tell her to go to the doctor to get herself checked out, because early menopause and stuff like that happens.
But I mean, men too is you're talking about erectile dysfunction and stuff like that. There's things that men should start educating themselves in their late 30s, because there's some preventable things that you can do as far as cold showers. When you lift weights, lift legs. There's natural testosterone in your legs. Eating dark chocolate, eggs, almonds. There's cod liver oil and vitamin D3. Those things help men naturally, and if you put that in your regimen, it's going to help you in the long run. So when you're in your late 50s, you're not dependent on the blue pill as much. And again, the blue pill is not a bad thing, but you don't need it every time, and it won't make you feel less of a man per se. So, start making your health count. It has to, make, whether, strength training, taking vitamins. If you do it earlier, believe me, you'll thank yourself later.
Yeah, and I just think that this young lady at 25 years old, I would just before we went to divorce court, or I would just dot all my I's, cross all my T's, and I would say, let's go to the doctor and check your hormones, because again, early men, our bodies can do stuff that we don't even know about. She may have something going on with her thyroid that's affecting her libido. Like it could be all kind of things, but she needs to go get an extensive.
Yeah, she needs something else is going on with her at that age. If she was 45, then okay, we can kind of. But 25, yeah,
at 45, and at 25,
that's
like you said, these conversations need to be had, because was she violated in some way? Because this could be mental.
Could be.
I don't know if he asked her these questions, because at 25, most of us we just really connecting with our partner, and it's fun to start to explore and start to learn our bodies. And you checking out from intimacy. I just think that I would ask her some questions. First of all, like, have you ever been violated in any way? Has anybody made you feel some kind of way? Because I'm not that person. And let's go to the gynecologist and let's just get you checked out, because he loves her and he's hurting, but you ain't gonna go through a sexless marriage from 27. Marriage is till death do you part. You're just not gonna have sex, and you saying I'm not gonna initiate anymore. That's frustration. And if you're not, and I tell people all the time, if he ain't getting it from you, eventually, temptation, somebody gonna creep in the door. Some gonna happen. Like the right time during the wrong conditions can end you up in somebody else's bed. And if this is a young man. He's 27.
Yeah, they're young. They're young. I mean, they're going through it way early. I would think a normal married couple probably year 5. So I think probably in your early 30s you start to have those questions, you know, and things of
start
that.
reinventing stuff.
Yeah.
Because it's not the honeymoon phase anymore. But this is
Right.
why I always talk about relationship maintenance. That's why I say people, we take our cars to get oil change, to make sure we got washer fluid, to make sure the tire pressure is good. We take our phones to Apple. If you got an iPhone, we get our appliances checked. We get our furnace checked. All of these things we work on, but we don't work on our relationships the way that we should. So you should have couples coaching. You should have couples therapy. You should be proactive instead of reactive, that when you get to a certain age, things start to get crazy because they don't have to. So for somebody 25 and 27 years old, there's definitely some sort of miss there, and he needs to find out if it's psychological or physical,
True.
that they can last. Or
It ain't gonna last.
right, that's it.
Because I mean, he's gonna cheat first. He's not gonna leave. He's gonna cheat, and then you know she's gonna catch him, and now they're breaking up because he's cheating. Now it's his fault when he's clearly screaming, "Hey, there's a problem now." So.
His needs are not being met, and
Correct.
desperate people do desperate things. So before it gets to that, if it's something that can't be solved and she just does not want to have sex, then he has to make the hard decision of, am I going to live the rest of my life without sex, or am I leaving her?
We don't know the answer to that. That ain't possible.
Right. But he's saying, I'm not initiating anymore. Then it's already over.
Yeah, I mean, he's frustrated. So, I mean,
right.
They need to have a conversation and, like I said, get everything checked out.
Yeah, just go get the car tuned up, because maybe something ain't the fan.
Something ain't right.
The fan ain't blowing. If you just tuned in, you're tuned into Looking for Love. We're here every Wednesday night, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the New You Nation Network YouTube channel. I'm your host, Trey Kearney. This is my co-host,
Lamar Hall.
And we talk about all things Generation X love and bridging the gap between Generation X men and women so that we can have healthy, happy marriages and relationships. So we're going to get to our next question. OnlyFans.
I don't know a whole lot about it, but I know enough.
I don't either, but this is good.
All right.
I saw my homeboy's wife on OnlyFans. When I tell you I saw her legs spread, toys, and a bird. She begged me not to tell him. I don't know what to do. He's a really good friend of mine. I've known him since junior high. Do I tell, or do I let him find out on his own?
It's his dog. I mean, if that's your boy, y'all been boys since middle school, I would hope he'd be like, hey, man.
You a snitch?
Yeah, I tell him it's his wife. Yeah, I'm telling. His wife. We're not talking about. Listen, any dude that's hanging around me, I'm not gonna let my boys look stupid. I'm not gonna be with no homeboy and your girl. I'm gonna keep my mouth shut. OnlyFans, that means everybody's seeing her.
Yeah.
You don't want to be with that woman. Let her be by herself. You know, be like, I can't let my boy go down like that.
Oh, I didn't know brothers told. I didn't know men, because a woman, of course, I'm telling. You already know I'm telling. If I saw my girl's husband on OnlyFans, or if I saw him at the mall with another woman,
I would want to know. Listen, a man's worst fear is just dudes snickering behind his back. You know, just like that's your girl. Man, you don't want to be that dude. You know, so I can't even let him go out like that. So that's just me. Now, I ain't no snitch. You know, some shit you got found on your own. But that, I ain't gonna have my boy looking bad like that. He ain't gonna be hugged up with no girl and everybody snickering at him and be like, nah, I seen all that. No. Not my boy. They've been cool forever. So
if you saw him, you said you ain't no snitch, but that. So if you saw her with another dude at a restaurant, would you tell that?
Probably so, yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, fuck it. I'll snitch and fuck it. I don't care. Y'all, hey, listen, don't do dirt around me. I live in truth. Kid. I don't care.
I think we said mind your business, but I think if somebody's wife is naked on OnlyFans, that's a no-brainer.
Listen, always ask yourself, what if you with him? What would you want to know? I know I want to know. So
Definitely.
that's it. That's just once you. I always try to take a perspective through someone else's eyes when making a decision. So my immediate thing was to put myself in that dude's position. Like, if that was my wife and my homeboy knew and he didn't tell me, I'm not gonna mess with you. I'm not gonna mess with her, and I'm not gonna mess with you either.
So, brother, you heard it from another brother. See, I don't want to get, I try to like get your opinion when it's I know women, we think different. We tell it.
Tell your boy.
Tell your boy. See,
Don't
women,
don't have him looking silly. I mean, he looks beyond silly. So tell.
I was gonna say tell too, but I'm a girl, and girls, we tell if we see our friend man we see him with his aunt, and we don't know it's his aunt, we like, who this?
Believe you me, I got a couple of them.
We be like, who this? We see your man on OnlyFans. We see him on the street talking to a chick too long. We like, where he's supposed to be. So women, we telling. So brothers, I would tell too, because that's crazy. He said he's seeing all of her. Like,
yeah, I mean, but the question is like, why is she doing that? I mean, yeah, it's like I don't know if they married or whatever like that, but it's like, man,
wife, yeah. Maybe they having money problems,
Maybe he knows. I mean, I don't know. I mean, that just depends on how much money you can make. If I'm with somebody and she's just like, I saw a chick the other day said she made $300,000 a month on OnlyFans. I'm like, and she only had like 26,000 subscribers. I mean, this wasn't like a lot of people.
Well, what's she doing for 26,000 subscribers that she making?
But I mean, she just got 26,000 people, whatever they're paying. I think it's $5.99 or something like that. The problem is that people, that $5.99, people go like, it's only $5.99, but do it times 20,000. I mean, it's just like,
I'm about to give me an OnlyFans page. I'm feeling like I'm barking like a chicken.
I mean, the temptation is just
be like, gotcha. They be like, I'll follow your OnlyFans. Like,
I mean, the temptation, if you have, let's say you have 15,000 followers on Instagram, the temptation is too easy if just half of those people come over.
Don't be trying to convince me to have no OnlyFans.
you gotta have OnlyFans. You'll be in there reading Bible scriptures.
Yep. Gotcha. I'd be like, join my OnlyFans. Gotcha.
Like, Trey got OnlyFans going there. You sitting there, like, welcome.
Welcome. First Revelations 3:7 says.
Gotta know your audience.
Are you about to make me get these people money? Because I only need them to do it once.
Hey, I got an idea for OnlyFans.
What is it?
I'll tell you offline.
Don't tell me offline. Why are these people
Hey, look, man, you gotta be able to choke it.
Look at my face. My face. You know my face goes to the top. You doing it tonight. You on one. See that?
There we go. It's only we got plenty of time too. Okay, we just
let's get to our next question. If you just tuned in, you're tuned into Looking for Love. I'm Trey Kearney. This is my co-host,
Lamar Hall.
We're here every Wednesday night, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the New You Nation Network. If you have a question, comment, or thought, reaction you want to share with us, please do so in the comments. You can send us a question at any time. You could DM us on our Instagram. On Instagram, I'm at Trey Kearney. He is at
MAR_T_Hall 13.
So if you're a man and you're more comfortable sending your question to Lamar, he don't mind reading it. So we're going to get to our next question. Y'all ready? Broke. The man I've been dating for about a year now asked me to go on vacation with him. I agreed, so we decided to go to Dubai. He said he would plan everything. So when he got all the plans together, he tells me how much everything comes out to and when can I give my half so he can book the hotel and flights. My half, he invited me to go on this trip, so I assumed he would handle it. Now, this is a 49-year-old man. He has a great job and lives a comfortable life. I'm ready to walk away. If this is the preview of being his wife, no thank you. Thoughts, please?
I'm going to defer, let you answer this one. From a woman's perspective, is I got mine.
If he invited her, he should pay for it. Like, or wait, or they should have had that conversation before he said, we going to Dubai. I'm going to plan everything. Because that sounds like.
But he did say he had it, right? That's what she said. He said that he had it.
He said he was going to plan everything. He never said he had it. He said,
oh, hold on.
Man, I've been dating for about a year now, asked me to go on a vacation with him. I agreed, so we decided to go to Dubai. He said he will plan everything. So when he got all the plans together, he tells me how much everything comes out to and when can I give my half.
Yeah, he didn't say he was paying for it. he did not say anything about paying for nothing.
He invited her though and said he would make all the plans.
I mean, that's an expensive trip. I mean, come on, we're not talking about Cancun and nothing like that. Dubai is a $10,000, $12,000 trip.
Well, they decided together.
How you can decide all you want? Hey, we gotta have a hard conversation about that, because if you think I'm just dropping 10, 12,000, and he not married to her, come on, man.
No, but she said if this is the previews to being his wife, then she's not doing it. You don't think that he should pay for the trip?
No, not all of it.
Well, what do you think that he should pay for?
I mean, he should probably, pick out some things. I mean, if he pays for the flights, maybe she can pay for a night or two of the hotel, or she can pay for some dinners or something like that. I mean, there's ways that this can be split up where it doesn't have to be a half type of thing. It's like, if I buy the plane tickets, will you get the hotel? I think that's fair. We both want to go. We're not married, and I'm not balling out of control. So I don't see why that really is a problem. Is that you're trying to go somewhere that's nice that neither one of you have been. Why is it on him to take care of 100% of it?
Well, I think that she assumed because he suggested, let's go on vacation. Would you go on vacation with me? I'll plan everything. And then he came back and said, I made all the plan. I got all the costs together. This is what it costs. When can you give me your half? So I think that she was just a little bit shocked because he made it seem, I would have been a little shocked too, but I wouldn't have been taken aback.
She's already 1 foot out the door. So I mean, if you already have 1 foot out the door and you're trying to find a reason to stay, you should probably go.
Oh, that was a nugget.
Yeah, I'm just saying, if you're threatening and I already got 1 foot out the door, if this is how it's going to be, well, just go ahead and go then. I mean, because there's no reason. Because what if it happens again?
Well, she said if this is a preview of being his wife, then
again, she already has 1 foot out the door.
She said then no, thank you. I don't know if this is a preview of being his wife. This is a preview of being his girlfriend.
Right. I mean, and that's what you're auditioning for. You're auditioning for the opportunity to be his wife. So why is a interview? You think you're supposed to get paid for the interview?
If it was his wife, should he pay for it?
It's probably coming out of a joint account. So I'm sure it's not going to be that problem.
Right.
They should have their finances some way, shape, form, or fashion, that hopefully they're not needing both salaries and some of it's being saved. And when you agree upon things, it should be easier. Everybody has visibility to account, no problem. When you're dating, it's a different story. It's like, you need to discuss these things. And she obviously has a higher perception, and she's doing the cardinal sins, counting his money. Don't count his money.
Ooh.
Just take it for what it's worth. If you made a mistake and you said, hey, I thought you were going to pay for it, let's think about this. And then he can say, hey, I got the tickets, you get the hotel, I'll get dinner one night.
Else less expensive if the problem is the expense.
Well,
I just think it was the expectation for her that she expected him to pay for everything because he said.
Well, yeah. So the question is why? Why at a dating stage do you think you deserve a free trip to Dubai? Just because?
Another thing too is that when you go on that trip to Dubai, if he's expecting something because he paid for everything, do you have a problem with that? You know what I'm saying?
I don't think she had a problem with that. And I mean, if I'm flying you to Dubai and you thinking we not gonna have sex, you are out of your mind. You know?
Wait,
So,
wait. Hold up. This taking a whole nother turn. You think that if you pay for the trip that there gotta be some sex going on?
There's going to be an expectation. Absolutely. I mean, that is not we're not going to Cheesecake Factory. This is Dubai. I mean, we're talking, I know that trip is like $10,000 easy.
Right.
You know, it's like, come on. I mean, that's not fair. I mean, you know.
So because a person takes you on a trip to Dubai.
You're trying to go there. It's okay. But yeah, I'm going to go down that hole with you. Yes. And that $10,000 and some of y'all kitty cats ain't worth $10,000. So.
Oh my goodness. Wait a minute. Hold on.
Like, hey, listen, some of y'all need to be a Cheesecake Factory and a staycation.
Oh no! Wait a minute. I'm done with you.
The man in Dubai. Look, come on.
She didn't demand that they decided
I'm
together.
just saying, but I'm saying she demanded him pay for it. Like, oh, he's broke. She led the thing where he's broke. He's not. How can you call him broke? Because he doesn't want to do what you want him to do. Now he's broke. Too many times we can't say that narrative. That's not fair.
Well, I'm just saying, I just want women to understand that in this climate that we're in right now, it hasn't always been like this, but in this climate that we're in right now, you might want to pay for yourself, because if you don't, then you're at the mercy of the person who's flying you out. We've seen horrible stories of men leaving women at airports because I done paid for this chick's ticket. She done came here and now she acting like she didn't know what's up. So if you are just dating someone, and she said they've been together for over a year now, so that's a lot of time.
They've been sleeping together, so it ain't no big deal.
Yeah, they sleeping together, so maybe that's why she's assuming that he owes her to pay for the trip.
If it was a normal trip, I would probably say, yeah, he could probably swing that. I make a good living, but I'm not taking nobody to Dubai just to be going to Dubai. Are you crazy?
It's not just to be going. They planning a couple's
I get it, but that is the upper echelon trip. I mean, that's a trip where you say that in your circle group and people looking at you like, ooh. I mean, there's only a couple places that you can say and people kind of go, and that's one of them. Turks and Caicos, Bali, you start talking places like that. You like, those are not trips that you should be like, I'm dating this guy and he's taking me. Oh, okay. Well, if he's balling like that. But if he's not balling, come on, man, be mindful. Maybe he has 70% of it. That doesn't make him broke. So don't spin that narrative. He's just trying to be smart with his money.
Well, she said now this is a 49-year-old man.
I don't care. He's smart with his money.
Has a great job and lives a comfortable life.
Yeah, he's me. He's smart with his money. He's not going to do anything foolish. So respect that. He's not going to be doing anything foolish. If that was his
wife, so
yeah, that's his wife. If that was me, I would be like, listen, we can go. That's a upper echelon trip. This is not Cancun. This is an upper echelon $10,000 trip. If I say I got 70% of it, you can't get the other 30.
Well, he said you'll half.
I mean, he was cutting the trip down the middle. What he should do is take care of the plane tickets, which will probably be the bulk of the trip.
Right.
Of the trip. And then she can do the hotels. And then he can say, okay, well, I get dinner one night. You get dinner one night. That's how, when you're dating somebody, that's how grown people, talk to each other, especially on a trip like that. Well,
I ain't been dating in a long time, so I'm taking some notes right now because
it's only fair. It's only fair. Now, if the guy is riding around in a brand new 2024, this and that, and he got, okay, cool. I mean, then he's probably not tripping on it. But clearly this guy is a regular guy who makes probably decent money, and he's not going to throw it away just on somebody he's dating that you've been dating for a year.
Well, I guess she thought she was more than what she thought she was. And I'm sure
I think that she just has an expectation for him that he is got money like that. And he very well may have money like that. And that's
But
what I'm
it ain't
saying.
no money.
It ain't yours, and you shouldn't confuse a man that's trying to be frugal with his money for being broke. You know he not broke, so don't lead with that broke. That's what I'm saying. It's like you can be like he's being stingy, but he's not.
Oh, stingy. But ladies, I'm not saying this man is being stingy because
Right.
Dubai is an expensive trip, but I'm saying that when a man is stingy is a red flag for me. Like, and I'm not talking about Dubai. I'm talking about stingy,
Yeah, in general.
and stuff like stingy, regular stuff. Because some men are stingy, and that's what you're gonna live with. Whether they got a whole lot of money or a little bit of money, they just stingy. They just kind of selfish.
I just had this conversation. It's like I have a younger brother, and one of the greatest things that my mom ever did was, I mean, man, there was no difference. I'm 5 years older than my brother, so at some point, I'm bigger than him. I'm 12, he's 7. We don't eat the same, but my mom, I don't care. We split everything down the middle. So, so sharing for me is, I don't know. I don't know not to share. It feels weird to be selfish.
No.
It truly feels like you're doing something bad. That's why I would love like to win like the lottery, like 300 million. I would just want to wake up and just go give money away and just do like that. Because I mean, you only need X amount of money.
Well, remember me when you hit the lottery.
I am manifesting this.
Your mouth to God's ears, because I only need $1 million. You hit 300, you want to give you 5 mil.
I got you.
Tap it up with it, rub it down. The money, not you.
I got you. Stop calling men broke when they're being smart with their money.
Okay, ladies, that's the nugget for tonight. Stop calling men broke when they're being smart with their money. And number 2 for her, don't miss out on a good thing and let him go, and then see him down the line with a wife that he's flying to Dubai. Don't mess up a good thing and then be looking down 2-3 years later. You see him on Facebook or Instagram and you like, oh my God, this lady is sitting on my boat, because he may have a plan for his wife. Correct. And not a girlfriend. So don't, please, ma'am. It's crazy outside, because I was outside. I was telling Lamar, and I don't know who watches, so I don't want to be talking about folks, but it wasn't that night. I'm trying to tell you. Like,
I ain't been outside in a minute.
It's a lot of baby hands out here. I don't want you to get stuck or out here looking when you have something and you're working with this person and it's been a year and y'all are getting along, and now because he has asked you to pay half for a trip to Dubai, that you would ruin this whole relationship. If it's been good up to this point, and this is the first thing, don't let this deter you from, if he's a good man, Savannah, remember on, was it Waiting to Exhale? He's a good man, Savannah, but he was married. But if he's a good man and everything else has been fine, he's been paying for dinners and he's been paying for local stuff and he helped you out, because we don't know the whole story. If he's been good to you thus far, you don't want to go back outside. You do not want to go back outside with some of these folks.
I just don't like she led with broke. That was the title of her thing, broke. Like, that's not fair. And if he caught wind of that, he'd probably leave her alone just because of that.
Well, I hope he don't catch wind. So we're gonna go to our next question.
I'll snitch on it.
Playing dress up. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Oh my God. I found pictures of my boyfriend dressed in women's clothes, full glam. I spent a weekend with him and got nosy when he went to the gym and started looking through his things out of curiosity. And to my surprise, there were pics of him and other men dressed in women's clothes. What does this mean? We've been together for 5 months and we are exclusive. Do I even have the right to say anything because I went through his things? I'm stuck and at a loss for words. Help me.
Gotta go with your gut on. Gotta go with your gut on that one.
So, I'm out. I'm sorry. I'm out.
I mean, I saw the thing on Instagram where the lady was about to get married and found out that the husband had slept with a couple of dudes in college, and she was like, "Nah, I'm out."
I'm out. I'm out too.
Yeah.
Listen, if I find some pictures of a man that I'm dating and he dressed in full drag, and you didn't tell me this, I mean, that's a conversation that needs to be, because there's some men that dress in drag, and we're not judging anybody. That's just not my thing. I don't want a man that dresses up as a woman.
Right. I mean, if it wasn't a Halloween joke or prank or some type of something like that, I don't know the context of it. So,
or maybe it was Halloween pictures, ma'am. Well, she don't know. This is a hard one because you was snooping through his stuff while he was at the gym. So he ain't. If you say something to him, just y'all should just break up because he's never going to trust you in his house again to leave you alone, right?
it's true.
I wouldn't. Like if somebody came to me and was snooping through my house and they came and said,
you go ahead. What is it? What is this picture? I'd be like, man, get your.
I'd be like, you was going through my stuff. Like,
yes.
What is like? This is. I'm never going to leave you in my house again. We might date, but I will never leave you alone because I know that you're just going to be snooping through my stuff. What else did you look through? Like,
I got a Ring camera. I need to hook my Ring camera up.
I'm just saying this, that you should just walk away at this point. If it's one, there's no sense in saying anything to him if it's a problem for you that he was dressed as a woman, if he was dressed in women's clothes. If that's a problem for you already, then you already know that you're not interested in a man that dresses in women's clothes. And two, if you say something to him, he ain't gonna trust you no more. You done went through the brother stuff, and you violated his. That's what went through his private stuff.
So she should leave. But
can I tell the men something though? Can I tell the men something? The men and ladies, y'all can lie if y'all want, because y'all liars if y'all disagree with me. Don't leave us alone in your apartment. Ever. None of us. We snoop. It's just.
I want you to snoop.
We snoop. I'm just telling the truth.
I want you to snoop. I want you to snoop. I want you to see what you're gonna find.
I'm just telling the truth.
I want you to be grown enough that if you don't find what you think you're looking for, come sit down and tell me. Go like, I was looking for this and I didn't find it.
I'm just saying, like, it's women snoop, like women snoop. Some of us now at in our 50s, at this point, we really don't care, like, because we don't know anyway. But most women, when in the dating phase in their younger years, they go. She ain't the only one that went through his stuff when he went to the gym. He ain't the only one. At a certain age of maturity, we might be like, I don't even feel like going through this, because if I find something, what I'm gonna say, if it's nothing crazy, but I just need to tell brothers that most women snoop. So if you got something to hide, in your house is not a good place to hide. They go get you a safety deposit box for them pictures, because
you know what? I have a rule of thumb. I don't keep old pictures.
Okay.
I mean, once I'm done with the relationship, if you send me nudes and all of that stuff, I delete all of that stuff. It's just there's no reason to hang on to that stuff.
Okay. So yeah, I don't think it's a reason to hang on to old pictures either.
Yeah, I mean, I clean up my phone all the time, and if I'm dating somebody, then I got a lot of pictures of it. If I don't, I'll delete them. Just
right.
It is. I mean, there's no reason to save it. I mean, they're in the past. You're moving on.
If you say something to this man, you went through his stuff, it's over.
Oh yeah, it's over. Just leave. I mean, but okay, so you should leave, but you should get some context of the picture and be like, listen, I'm leaving because I know you're not going to trust me, but I just want to get some context of the picture and see what it was. Is this a Halloween picture, or are you on some low stuff or whatever? Because I am going to tell other people about this situation, and I just want to tell the right story. Either you was at a Halloween party or you were in the closet.
Or you dress up like a woman. I know there's some men that they like to dress in drag. They don't like men. They just like to dress in drag.
Well, I was a store manager at a Finish Line, and my assistant manager was a cross-dresser. So, I mean,
that's what I'm saying.
He didn't do it at work. He did it on the thing. So, I mean, what are you gonna do? I mean, we work together.
That's what I'm saying. If she don't have a problem with the fact that he likes to dress up as a woman, just because he likes to dress up like a woman.
Well, start there. Yeah. I mean, you got to start there and then get context behind it, So if that bothers you, whether he gives you a good enough answer or not, you got to ask yourself, is that okay?
I don't want to date a man that dresses up like a woman. That's just me. Even if he told me at the beginning, like, oh, sometimes I dress like a woman, that's like, oh no, I'm sorry. Enjoy your life. But some women, I've seen programs where some women don't have problems with their husbands cross-dressing, who dress like women. Like they don't like men, but they just like to dress in nylons and stuff. I saw this documentary a long time ago where they just like to dress like feel nylon and they just like to dress, but that's not okay with me. So
Yeah, hey, listen, whatever your kinks are, you are able to exploit your kinks. I'm not here to
right.
judge them.
For her though, if
Yeah,
that's
that
not
bothers you.
okay with you,
Yeah,
keep it moving. Because if that's his thing, he gonna keep doing it. He just gonna hide it from you.
get some context before you go. The worst thing you can do is start blurting and saying the
I don't
wrong
need no context.
word.
I'm done after I found that. I'm just like,
What
oh,
if it was a Halloween party?
okay. But you know what? The problem with me would be, I probably wouldn't believe that. I might as well.
Yeah, come on, man. Like,
Listen, I'm just being honest with who I am. If he told me it was a Halloween party, I probably wouldn't believe it. So it's just best that I just keep it moving.
I mean, listen, I love dressing up for Halloween, but dressing up for a woman is way down the list.
Right.
I mean, if I had my homeboys like, hey, let's dress up like women, I'm looking like, what's wrong with you? There's a lot more costumes out there than that. I'm doing that. I mean, it's like I was a big bad wolf one time, and I had the wolf head on and the paws and stuff, and I had the granny gown on. That felt weird. I had like underwear on, but it was like a dress. It was like air going up there. I'm like, oh, this feels weird.
Don't start. Please don't start.
That was a good costume. That's a good
Don't start. I just can't with you. So if you just tuned in, you're tuned into Looking for Love. We're here every Wednesday night, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. My name's Trey Kearney. This is my co-host,
Lamar Hall.
We talk all about love. We talk all about dating. And we get questions from our viewers, and we like to share them with you. So we're going to keep it moving because our time winds down so fast. So here's our next one. I need to come, I can't see without my glasses. Backdoor.
Oh, no.
My man keeps asking to backdoor me, if you know what I mean. I refuse verbally and physically when he accidentally bumped my other hole. I told him that's an exit. In no way will I ever do that. The last time it happened, I stood firm. So I believe now he's ghosting me and he's seeing someone else. He said he's really ticked off because I wouldn't even try. I told him I tried in the past and it wasn't a pleasant experience. He said that it wasn't with him and it could be a different experience. I don't want to try again. Am I wrong?
No, you're not wrong. I don't know the fascination with that. I really don't. I mean, it's not sanitary. It's just not. And you gotta, and a lot of people are not prepping themselves to do this act, and it's leave that alone. Like, don't, it's, I don't know. There's a lot of things that go with that. And, from what I hear is like, it's supposed to be very sanitary. Like you're supposed to prep yourself and enemas and all that type of stuff. If you're going to do that. I don't know if people are doing that. I've only done it twice in my life, maybe. And it wasn't enjoyable.
I just say this for women and for men. Don't ever do anything that makes you uncomfortable, right? Because you just got to let him go and find somebody else that's willing to do that with him. Because I'm sure there are people who would be willing to do that with him. But don't question yourself because it's something that you've experienced before and it wasn't a pleasurable experience. Whether it was with him or not, and he's ticked off because you won't try it with him. If you are uncomfortable with that, don't feel bad because you're standing on business. And a lot of times we do things that we don't necessarily want to do because we don't want to lose a person. If that's going to make you lose him, then that's not the person for you. But I would not compromise my feelings for another person or something that I've tried before and it wasn't pleasant to me. And I don't know what the experience was that she had or who she had it with, but if she's saying no to him, he doesn't respect that, and it could have been something that was forced on her or whatever it might have been. But I always say to men and women, it's your body. Don't ever do anything that doesn't make you comfortable, because in the end you'll regret it. And this is not even your husband.
True.
This is
Yeah.
not your
If
husband.
it's not your thing, it's not your thing. Don't do it. You know, this is the same thing for him. You know, it's like you said, it goes both ways. So if it's not your cup of tea, then that just shows you y'all not compatible. If you're not compatible, you need to be together.
And it's not your husband. And this is why too, Lamar, we have to have these conversations before we get serious with people, to know exactly what it is that they like sexually, instead of getting to a brick wall and y'all then start to enjoy each other's company, y'all like each other, and now y'all move forward and you're exclusive, and then you come here only because you didn't have the conversation about sex.
Yeah, you've been dating 6 months. You go, oh, by the way,
Right.
I like to wear women's panties.
Right.
Like what? What? Like, so that's what I'm saying. So you,
Right.
especially at this age, those are difficult conversations in your 20s, in your 30s.
Right.
In your 50s, it's time to be honest.
Yes.
What you like is what you like, and you need to, if you like it enough, you need to speak on it. You know, just
Right.
like I like eating a dozen cookies before I go to bed every night. Okay, that's your thing. Okay, you listen.
And it's stuff like that that really makes a difference, right? Because there are people that don't like people that eat in the bedroom. Like people that don't, people really be standing on business, like they don't want food in the bedroom. Like that could drive a person crazy if it's one of their pet peeves.
I do everything in my bed, so I don't even. My couch is still brand new. It's been sitting there for 3 years. I always sat on it like 3 times. Only time I sit on it is when my housekeeper comes. It's the only time I sit on it. I never sit on it. I'm like,
just
wow,
being
I have a bed. I do my work out of my bedroom.
Oh, you just
I used to sit at the table where I'm at right now. I used to sit at the table all the time, and I would my ADD so bad. I just sit in the bed and I work all day long. I get more done.
In the bed?
Mm-hmm.
I just recently started sitting at my kitchen table because I'm usually sitting here because I got like this little desk right here. But I'm not being productive anymore. So now I go and I sit in the kitchen.
So I turn on my vibrations and stuff like that, so I can drown out any noise and stuff like that. So I got the vibrations going. I'm sitting there with the computer. And
vibrations. What is vibrations?
I'm gonna send it to you. You should sleep to it. You give it a week. So it's frequency vibrations that your body maintains different frequencies that megahertz that your body reacts to.
It's a noise.
Mm-hmm. This noise that you
it vibrated or something.
No. It's like a white noise. Like like a 414 is like something. It does a lot of different. I'll send it to you. It's on YouTube. So it's I've been doing it for over a year, and I don't wake up fatigued. I don't wake up tired or anything like that. So I think the next step for me is I'm gonna get a grounding mattress where it's a sheet that goes over your bed and you plug it into your wall thing and it grounds it. So, and it's supposed to be good.
I told you about that stuff because you know what? You sent me something about the Twin Towers.
Yeah, I did send you that.
I didn't open it because I don't know. I told you about the conspiracy theories and stuff. Don't be sending me that stuff. It makes me nervous. You know it makes me nervous. I told you that stuff.
It was just some knowledge. Makes you stuff and make you go,
I didn't open it yet. I'm gonna look at it tonight because I was like, I know this is something Lamar done sent that's gonna freak me out.
It's not gonna freak you out. It's just gonna make you go, The United States lost over $2 trillion, and this whole thing was gonna go to court. Just so happens one of the planes crashed into where that office was.
See, listen, y'all. My co-host be sending me stuff, right? I be telling him, don't be sending me nothing about no Martians, no aliens. Let me just, when they get here, let me just see them when they get here.
He's gonna run right into them. What is that?
Yeah, let me just run into it because he be sending me stuff. Then at night, I'm thinking like, could that really happen? And then I can't sleep because he didn't send me something because he's a conspiracy theorist.
It's just stuff that makes you go, it's not on the up and up.
I don't want to think about that stuff.
Why?
Because it makes me think too much. You just want people thinking too much because you think too much. I don't want to be thinking too much. Like I just want to
you just a cow eating grass and going like,
yeah,
free grass.
Yes, that's me. Free grass for everybody.
I'm the cow over going, don't eat that grass, he gonna kill you.
You got diarrhea. I'm the cow with the diarrhea because I didn't ate the grass. Yeah, I know. I'm saying we got time for one more question. Yeah, 8:52. We're gonna do one more question. My dad is refusing to pay for my wedding and walk me down the aisle. He hates my fiance because he cheated on me once. I should have never shared that with my parents. We've decided to work it out and commit. My dad says marriage won't change him. I don't think it's his choice to make. I told him if he doesn't pay for my wedding and show up, I will never speak to him again. I'm 37 years old and it's my choice. On top of that, my mom says whatever my dad decides, she will stand by his side. What is the solution? My dad says he will cheat again.
A father is always going to have your best interest at heart. And if your father has raised you correctly and he's been a good man, you should respect him for what he sees, because you can't tell another man what he sees in another man. So don't let something financial taint your relationship with your father because you're being stubborn. So you shouldn't have shared it. That's where you should keep your parents out your business.
Oh,
be grown.
Oh,
you made that mistake. So this is part of being grown and sitting down and going, okay, you shouldn't have said anything. Now you and your fiance need to be like grown people and take care of it yourself. You're 37 years old. You're not a kid.
Well, if it's our first marriage, you usually.
No, that's tradition. That's tradition. But what if our parents didn't have it?
Well, but I mean, like him, so.
I mean, the father sounds like he's a good dad. He's done the right things. He saw something. I mean, I would probably be the same way with my daughter if she brought to me. So don't tell me your business. I made it very clear to my daughter at a very young age. The only thing that I worry about you is financially. I'm going to help you financially to get your life together. So what you need to invest in and do stuff like that. But your personal, who you choose to be with, they ain't got nothing to do with me. Because all I'm going to do is tell them, don't put your hands on her. That's the only problem. If you put your hands on her, then you're my problem. Other than that, you got to deal what you got to deal with.
I would never say. I
wouldn't be paying for it. I wouldn't be paying for it.
I just want to ask her this question. You went to your parents and you know this man has cheated on you once. I don't believe once a cheater, always a cheater. I don't believe that. But has your fiance gotten help for the reason why he cheated? And the next question would be, you said if he doesn't pay for the wedding and he doesn't walk you down the aisle, you're never going to speak to him again. And your mom said whatever your dad decides to do, she's going to stand 10 toes down with him. My question to you, sis, is the risk worth the reward? Is this man worth risking losing your parents over somebody? And I'm not saying he's going to cheat again, but is it worth risking your parents? Is there a compromise? And she said, what's the best solution? The solution is to go and elope with your man. If you don't have the money to pay for the wedding, y'all just go to Jamaica.
Or go on a vacation and get married. I mean, you blew that. You blew that opportunity by talking to your parents, and you got to stand on that. You cannot be mad at them because obviously they have been together a lot longer. So you're 37, so they've been together probably 40 years.
Yeah.
Come on now. Longer. You can't talk to no grown people that have been together 40 years. And you talking about somebody that cheated? I mean, your dad is standing on business. He's like, nah, I ain't doing that.
Yeah, I would say just go elope. Y'all just go take your best friends, go to Jamaica. Jamaica be $99 round trip, $129. Go to Jamaica, get married, have a little reception, and invite your mom and dad. I'm sure they'll show up to that.
Yeah, have a reception when you get back, and you can do that.
Blow $45,000 on a wedding for something that he doesn't even believe is going to work. And I think that's the problem. That he is like, I could buy you a house, daughter. I can give you the money for a down payment for a house when this whole thing don't work out for you. But what I'm not going to do is spend $25,000 to $45,000 on a wedding on a marriage that I don't think is even standing on solid ground. Because Have you guys been to counsel? If this man cheated already, if y'all ain't been to counseling to find out the root cause, because cheating is a symptom of a bigger problem. And I'm not saying the bigger problem is her, that it was something that she wasn't doing. But if this man was raised amongst cheaters and he thinks that cheating is normal, then you got a cheater on your hands if his mindset hasn't changed, or if this man cheated because you weren't fulfilling the need and he didn't work on that. What is he going to do when you don't fulfill a need in a marriage? He's going to go and cheat if he didn't find other ways to cope with it. So your father is not all the way off. And if you had a conversation with him and your mom and said, we're in couples counseling right now to make sure that this doesn't happen again. We're going to uproot the problem, figure out why this happened, whether it's something psychological with him, because a lot of men have grown up and have been taught that monogamy is not normal. If this is your boo and he's been taught that monogamy is not normal, then you don't have a monogamous man. Lamar,
I mean, it's listen, it's going to be hard for men to be monogamous anyway. So, that's why if you have a good man, if he's an attractive man, if other women are attracted to him and he's a good man, he makes good money, then it's just, you have to do the extra things because he is an above average man. Above average man got women chasing after him. So any man that has women chasing after him, he's only going to run so fast.
If he doesn't have self-control, because there's some men.
Self-control for men comes later in life. When you're younger, it is hard to maintain. Self-control will show up in your mid-40s, and you'll be like, okay, I'm cool. Young men, no self-control. So, all the way up to about 45 years old, you're going to battle with it. I'm not saying you can't do it, but it's tough. And there's not a lot of men and you got to look at your man too. Don't be giving your man extra points like he's a 9 and he's really a 5. So, don't gas him up. But some men that have to deal with problems like this, they don't, it's hard. Men we're not used to women chasing after us. Not women pursuing us or something like that. So you can have all the greatest intentions, but hey, it's going to get tough. I always say, nobody gets shot if the gun doesn't have any bullets.
Well, I don't know. Again, I would say to her, sit down with your parents if you guys have gotten help for this, because I think one thing that the father's concerned about is the fact that nothing changes if nothing changes, right? Like if you a cheater and you didn't work on the reason why you cheated, right? And we both are honest with our situations. We both cheated in our marriages, both of us. Yeah. We went and worked on ourselves so that we wouldn't be the same person that we were before. Like I could honestly say, I sat down and said, first of all, I'm accountable for my own actions and nobody made me cheat. It wasn't because I wasn't getting something or any of those things. It was a poor decision that I made. And then I went and I peeled back the layers of the onion to figure out why I made that decision. And one of the things is I didn't have life skills for problem solving and decision making. And it was just, I was outside. Like, I'm going to just do whatever feels good. So if your man did not go and if he didn't go work on himself and get the help that he needs, then you just have a cheating man, and your dad is right to not waste his money on a big wedding and not walk you down the aisle to look at you a year from now and say, I told you so. Like, he's just trying to put his foot down. I don't think it's because he doesn't love you and he doesn't want to be there for your wedding.
He sees something you don't see. And if you're not doing, like, again, these are two parents that have been married over 40 years. So you can't just be like saying, oh, what? No, they see something. They're like, nah, he's cheated. Like, come on, man. Like, what are we doing? Like you said, there has to be some type of solution. You get counseling and things of that nature so y'all can fix that and then sit in front of two people who have a successful marriage and explain to them that we made a mistake, but we went and got counseling and this is what we're working on, and take them along on a journey too, so y'all can fix that relationship, because the dad doesn't seem like he likes the future son-in-law too much. So
he hates him.
Oh, damn. So, I mean, that you need to work on that too. So, I mean, you about to marry somebody that your dad hates?
Yeah, she said he hates my fiance because he cheated on me once. I should have never told them. That's one thing too about people in relationships. And I tell this to people who I talk to are in a relationship that are going through infidelity, because in my coaching, I coach men, women, and families through the devastation of infidelity. That's like my practice. That's my business. And I always tell couples, stop telling people your business, especially when it comes to infidelity. Stop telling your sister, your girlfriend, your mother, your father, your friends, because when you decide to, unless you are out the door, if you decide to work on that marriage after infidelity, or you decide to work on that relationship after infidelity, and you've told the people who are closest to you and love you, they're not going to be so forgiving as you are. They're not going to forget about it. They're still going to be like, I don't like this dude. So at cookouts, they're going to be looking at him crooked. At Christmas dinner. So until you're ready to walk away, keep your mouth shut, because a lot of times we act out of emotion. Immediately when we find out somebody's cheating, we run on the phone and, oh my God, I can't believe he's cheating on me, only to decide to stay. But now you done put this stamp on the back of this man. He's walking around with this scarlet letter. And it's hard for people to embrace him, even though you've decided that I forgive him, we moving on. They have it. And this is what's going on with your parents. So moving forward, anybody that's listening, please, especially when it comes to infidelity. And I'm not saying keep it to yourself, that is killing you. I'm saying go find somebody professional, or go find a friend. Like my friends, you like it, I love it. I don't judge. If you decide to stay, hey, I'm good with that. But that's a rare friend that can actually do that and be like, that's your husband. That's your man. That's your, I'm even sisters, it's hard for them. So keep your business in your house unless you have totally decided that this is over, because you're going to cause a major problem throughout the whole family.
Yep.
Lamar, any final words before we go?
Final words. I'm trying to wrap it up. What we got? Just people got to know what you're getting into. These relationships are serious business, and not taking it serious, not working on yourself, not knowing what you need out of a relationship and being able to communicate that, just kind of says you're not really ready for a relationship if you cannot do those things. So the word, I guess what I would say is, spend some time by yourself and make sure you want a relationship before you get in a relationship.
Okay. I would just say, always be honest with yourself, right? A lot of times, out of the fear of loneliness in relationships, we are not honest with ourselves. We are not honest with the red flags. We are not honest with the green flags, because sometimes there's green flags that we see and we let one red flag outweigh all the green flags, like the woman with the trip. Right. Don't forget about the green flags, because the brother made one decision that you don't agree with, because you'll miss out on the best thing in your life. So just always be honest with yourself. Sit and take a moment to live with the decision that you're going to make. And don't be so hasty to make a decision that might destroy your whole entire life. Like the young lady that's getting married. Pump your brakes. Listen to your dad. Go have a talk with your father to see how can we resolve this in a way that it works for everybody involved. But always be honest with yourself, because you know that there are things in your mind that nobody else knows, and only you can honor your own truth. So we thank y'all tonight for tuning in. We'll be back next Wednesday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, for Looking for Love on the New You Nation Network YouTube channel. Be sure to go and hit the subscribe button. And don't forget to hit that little bell so you get the notification when we go live. Because y'all see now, when we go live, we go live. And make sure you send us your questions, your comments, your thoughts, reactions. Send us some love. We like that too. Tap the screen if this was helpful for you. And we'll see y'all next week. Peace and blessings. Good night, everybody.